Welcome, everybody. This is our first building class, learning how to build class in Second Life. And today we're joined by Tilly Harmony, who is an amazing instructor from a place called Builders Brewery. And I also encourage you guys, once you've got some more skills down, to look at the Builders Brewery schedule, and you can go to the types of the classes that they offer all the time, if you want to up your skills. But Tilly today is going to do a course for us on absolute beginners, and the class will be held in chat. So make sure you have your chat windows open, and if you have questions, please type them into the chat. And welcome. Go ahead, Tilly. It's you. You can start.
Greetings. Thank you for coming. My name is Tilly, and I'm the teacher for this session on building for beginners. To introduce myself, I live in the UK, and I'm a retired academic. I was for many years a lecturer in mathematics at one of the largest universities in the UK. Nowadays, I enjoy doing online teaching here in Second Life. I am the Dean of Education at the Builders Brewery, the leading place in SL for teaching about the skills needed for creation in Second Life. At Builders Brewery, we offer a range of taught classes in Second Life. You can see our schedule of classes at the link in the chat. All of our classes are open to anyone and are free of charge. You will find a landmark for the Builders Brewery in your class materials for today. Click the red box near me. But before we go on, I want you all to do something for me, please. Everyone, you are doing exactly what my real life students do too. You are all sitting as far away from me as possible. Please, will you move closer to me in the front rows of the class so that I can better see what you will be doing as we build. And by the way, this is Ellie Pinion voicing for Tilly. Okay, I believe you are all from colleges or universities in Ireland or in Turkey. Have I missed anyone? And Romania, John says. The aim of this class is to show you, 1, some of the terms and concepts used in building, 2, how to create your own prims. A prim or primitive is the most basic object in SL, using a geometric shape of some sort. 3, how to alter the shape and size of a prim. 4, how to add a texture to a prim. 5, how to link prims together to form a multi-prim object, in this case, a picture frame. You can see the picture frame we are going to make just near me. When we have quiet spots in the video, that's because Tilly is waiting for the students to finish whatever he's asked them to do. You should now have a folder of class materials in your inventory. To see this folder, do this. First, open your SL inventory. Next, at the top of the inventory window, select the Recent tab. This shows you only the items in your inventory which you have received since you logged in. Find the folder called VWEC Picture Frame Class Materials. At this point, let me say this. Please stop me at any time if you have a question or if I go too fast for you. In that folder, you will see several items which I will describe when we use them. The folder contains VWEC Picture Frame Class Notes. This note card contains my detailed notes for this class. This gives you a full record of everything we do in this class. Okay, let's get going to make the picture frame. Res a box. Now, every new object in SL begins life as a simple wooden box. So that is where we begin, by making a new box. Press Ctrl B to open the edit window. On a Mac, use the Apple B. After clicking Build or Ctrl B, you will see the edit window open in your viewer. Notice in particular the 5 tabs across its center: General, Object, Features, Texture, Content. The window is probably open on its General tab, and that is fine for now. With the edit window still open, hover your mouse over a patch of free ground beside you and left-click the mouse. A new wooden box should be born. Give it a name in, obviously, the name slot in the General tab. Call it Picture Frame. Then close the edit window and admire your new position. I'm watching for lots of boxes to appear.
I'm gonna take a shower.
Is it just making a box right now?
If you're not in the correct group, you can't build here. So we're trying to get folks added to the group. The Student Challenge group. You should see the words SC Student above, above your avatar. students, you need to activate the VWEC Student Challenge group. To select the group, Control-Shift-G to open the group's window. Then find the VWEC Student Challenge group and click Activate. You will receive an invite and you need to join the group. There are 2 stages to this. First, join the group. Someone will have sent you an invitation. Then second, activate the group if you've already accepted by doing Control-Shift-G, select VWEC Student Challenge, and activate.
It looks like everybody's in the group now with the right tag, except Conrad and Vanessa. And I sent Vanessa another group invite.
Do please.
I did.
Okay.
Could be underneath the invite. Could be underneath windows that are in the interface. Sometimes it'll pop up underneath so you don't see it. So if you can close any windows or move any windows around to see, or little pop-up windows to see if possibly the invites are showing up underneath those windows.
And instructors, just so you know, I think you can invite the students to the group as well. Okay, on we
Yeah,
go.
good to move on. Sorry. Yeah, good to move on now.
Thank you, John. Thank you all for being patient, and on we go. So now you have a box resed in front of you. This box is a single prim, so in SL language it is a one prim object. Most objects in SL consist of several or even many prims linked together. We will see in a few minutes how to link prims to make a multi-prim object. The Edit window. This box is soon to be your picture frame, but first let's see how to alter size and shape. To alter anything about the box, right-click on it and select Edit. The Edit window should reappear. With the Edit window open, you can do three simple things to your box. You can move it, rotate it, or stretch it. You will see three colored arrows on the box as it sits on the ground. These can easily be used to move it around. To move the box, still with the Edit window open, left-click and hold one of the arrows and drag it with your mouse in the direction of the arrow. So do it now. Move your box a bit. Now, still with the Edit window open, press and hold the Control button on your keyboard. On a Mac, use the Apple key. The colored arrows change to be colored circles, which may be used to rotate the box. Left-click and hold one of the circles and drag your mouse around the circle. Finally, to stretch the box, still with the Edit window open, press and hold the Control and Shift buttons at the same time. You will see several little white colored squares on the box. Using your mouse, experiment with dragging these squares to stretch the box in different directions. These three tools are of course very useful, but for accurate work we still need more exact ways of setting position and size, as we will see. Size. Let's see how to adjust the size of your object. In the Edit window, select the Object tab. You will see that it contains lots of numbers which describe the size, shape, position, and location of the box. Please feel free to play with all these numbers at another time. You will not break anything if you experiment on a simple box. But we want our picture frame to be wide and flat. So let's change its size using the size windows. In the Edit window, select the Object tab. Find the size windows. There are 3 of these, labeled X, Y, and Z on the left-hand side of the Object tab. X and Y refer to 2 horizontal directions, and Z denotes upwards. To alter the size, change the numbers in the 3 size windows to whatever values you wish. For a picture frame, I suggest X 1.0, Y 1.0, Z 0.1. Your box is now wide and flat. Also, please look at the rotation numbers at the bottom left. They should all be 0. There are 3 rotation numbers, X, Y, Z. All should be 0. Snap to grid. It is sometimes useful to have an easy way to exactly place an object on the Second Life grid. To do this, we snap to grid, like this. First, in the Edit window at the top right, fill the box named Snap. Next, edit your box and use the blue arrow to raise the box slowly upwards. As you do, you will see a scale of numbers appear in the white beside the box. The numbers show the height of the box above ground level. Keeping your mouse button pressed, slide your mouse away from the blue arrow and onto the white scale. Now, as you move up and down the white scale, watch your box snap from one height to the next. Notice that the mouse cursor starts on the blue arrow, but moves away from it onto the white scale of numbers. Yes, I know that feels odd at first. This does need a bit of finger skill. You may not get it all right the first time. Position your box at an exact whole number of meters and close the edit window. Remember to tell me when you are ready or if you need help. Thank you, Raluca. In SL, obviously no body language, so I can't know unless you tell me. Make the frame. Now let's make the display object, which will display a picture in your frame. We need a second object at almost the same position and with nearly the same size and shape as the present one. To make this, we start by making a copy of the present object, like this. Right-click and edit to get the edit menu if you don't still have it. Press and hold the Shift button on your keyboard, and at the same time, use the blue contoured colored arrow to drag it upwards until you see a new copy of it appear. Drag it far enough up so that you can see it and work on the lower box. I suggest you again snap to grid and make it 1 meter above the frame. Again, it needs a bit of mouse skill if you have not done this before, but you will see that you create a new copy immediately above the original. Next, we want to make the frame, the lower box, open in the middle so that there is space for a photo to be displayed, like this. First, right-click and edit the frame, the lower box. In the Object tab, find the window called Hollow, halfway down on the right. Change its value to 85.0 and watch how the middle of your box opens up. To give the frame a suitable appearance, first open the Edit window for the frame, the lower object, and this time choose the Texture tab. In the Texture tab, select the sub-tab called Bling Fong. In the Bling Fong sub-tab, left-click on the square labeled Diffuse. If you have done so, a new window appears, which shows all the textures and pictures available in your inventory. Using this new window, locate the Class Materials folder and find the brown wood texture. Click OK, and you will see the chosen texture appear all over the frame. This applies if you are using the Firestorm viewer. If you are using the Second Life viewer itself, it's slightly different. In the SL viewer, you have no Blend Fong sub-tab. So in the SL viewer, just click on the square called Texture. To make that super clear, in the SL Viewer, go to Edit Window, Texture tab, Texture Square, and choose the brown wooden texture. And please let me know if you have a problem. Now, to make the top frame look like a picture frame, we apply a texture to only the top surface of the frame like this. First, close the Edit window. In your inventory, find the folder containing the class materials and select the texture called Frame Surround. With your mouse, drag and drop the texture onto the top surface of the frame, the lower box. Take care not to drop it onto the side of the frame. Remember to tell me if you need help. Please make sure you've taken the class materials from the red box. To get them, just click the box. A question has come up about accidentally putting the frame on the inside. How do we bring it back how it was? That's a really handy mistake to make because we can learn from it. If you make a mistake like that, there are two ways to deal with it. Let's spend a moment to see them both. The obvious way is to delete that object and make another one, as we did at the start. And yes, I have often had to do that, but don't fret. If you need to delete it, right-click on it and select Delete from the menu. The other way is to put the texture back to what it was before you made the mistake. It was just plain wood. So to put it back to the plain wood, sorry for the delay, I'm reminding myself how to do it. So do it like this. Edit the object. Go to the Texture tab. Then either Bling Fong for Firestorm or Texture Box for the SL Viewer. And in the new window, select Default. The default texture is plain wood. So then you're back to where you were. Now you can put the mistake right and put on the correct texture. Let me know when you're ready to go on. Pausing to let everyone catch up. Thank you for being patient. While we're waiting, could you tell me, is anyone using the translator? And if so, is it working for you? Okay, let's move on. We need the display, the upper of your two boxes, to be slightly smaller so that it can fit inside the frame. To make it smaller, resize it just like you did earlier. First, right-click and edit the display, your upper box. Select the Object tab. In the size windows, adjust the X size from 1.0 to 0.85. Also adjust the Y size from 1.0 to 0.85 and adjust the Z size from 0.1 to 0.01 and then close the edit window. We're getting feedback that the translator is working in Turkish. There's a question. Is it supposed to be really thin? Yes, it is. Add a photo. Now we want to put a photo onto the display object, the upper box. You can use either the photo in the class materials, or you can upload an image from your own computer. If you want to use your own picture, but this is totally optional, to upload an image, first, using the top toolbar, select Build, Upload, then Image, or press Ctrl U. Note that your top toolbar may look different from mine as in the image on the screen. Please just find the button for Build. In the window that opens, select your desired image to be uploaded and press Open. In the Upload window, press Upload and pay the Linden $10 fee. You will now find your image in your inventory in the Textures folder. But for now, easiest is to use the pretty picture in the class folder. To put an image into the picture frame, first close the Edit window. In your inventory, either find the folder containing the class materials and select the picture called Photo, or find the Textures folder and select the image you have uploaded. With your mouse, drag and drop this texture onto the top surface of the display, the upper box. Link the objects. We are almost finished, just 2 steps to go. We need to reposition the display so that it lies on the frame. So get the Edit window again for the display, the upper object, and using the blue downward arrow, do a snap to grid so that it snaps to the same height as the frame itself. Remember the instructions for snap to grid earlier. First, in the Edit window at the top right, fill the box named Snap. Then edit your box. Use the blue arrow to raise the box slowly upwards. As you do, you will see a scale of numbers appear in the white beside the box. The numbers show the height of the box above ground level. Keeping your mouse button pressed, slide your mouse away from the blue arrow and onto the white scale. Now as you move up and down the white scale, watch your box snap from one height to the next. And again, tell me when you're ready. Finally, we shall link the two prims to be a single two-primmed object. By doing so, we can move the whole thing as a single item, and we can take it into inventory and later re-res it as a single item. To link the prims, first select the frame, right-click and edit. Notice that its outline becomes yellow when it's selected. While it's selected, its edit window being open still, hold the Shift key down and left-click on the display. You should now see both prims with yellow outlines, indicating that both are selected. Then you can check that you have really selected both of them by noticing two objects selected in the edit window. To link the selected prims together, click on the Link button on the upper left of the edit window, and your job is done. Again, this needs some skillful mouse work coordination if you haven't done it before. If you're having any problems, please make sure you have selected both objects. Before you take it back into your inventory, check that have set permissions on it. You are the creator of this new object, so you have the power to set the permissions for anyone you may choose to give it to. Permission means the permission to modify or to copy or to transfer the object. Check that you have set those permissions. To do this, open the Edit window again, and on the General tab near the bottom, you may see Next Owner Can. Using the tick boxes, you can allow the person you give it to modify it, to copy it, or to transfer it on to another person. Also remember to rename the object before it disappears into your inventory. Go to the General tab and type a name in the name box if you have not done so already. When you are happy with it, you can take it back to your inventory for safekeeping by right-clicking and select Take. Well done. Congratulations if you made it to this point. Please do experiment with making things. Don't worry, you will not break anything. There are lots of fun buttons and tools in the Edit window for you to play with. I will stay around for a while if you have more questions or problems about building in SL.